I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on the Spotlight Network, we're diving into the secrets of health and happiness with an amazing woman, an amazing author. Her name is Janni Goss. She has penned a powerful book that you will just love. The name of the book, Love, Laughter, and Longevity, The Art and Science of Wellbeing. She is a well-being educator and a laughter yoga advocate. And in this book, she shares practical tips to outsmart stress and embrace a healthier, longer life. Today, we will discover how laughter and healthy choices can transform your well-being. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight. We thank the team at Prime 7 Media for helping us put her in the spotlight today, and we ask viewers like you to support authors like her by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing her wonderful book. The links are below this interview. Janni, thank you so much for joining me here today on Spotlight.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Thanks for inviting me.
It's a pleasure to have you on the show. You look wonderful. You're decked out for Christmas. We're just a couple of days before Christmas here, so it's very, very appropriate. And you've got a smile on your face, and that's appropriate too, because I think when you smile, when you laugh, it'll actually create feelings of happiness within you, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. It triggers endorphins, which are sort of happy chemicals in our brains. So the more we interact with people, the more we smile and laugh, the better it is for us. And with Christmas coming up, I guess there'll be more opportunities for many people to get together with friends and family and to enjoy laughter and smiling together as they celebrate Christmas.
Absolutely, absolutely. When you're not feeling great, when you're feeling a little down, even if you make yourself think about a happier time and force yourself to smile, you'll feel better. Just the physical action of smiling makes you feel better, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely. And the other thing too is if you want to improve how you feel, is to do something kind for someone else. And that kindness triggers well-being in you as well as in the person that you're kind to.
Exactly. And this season, every season, be kind to people. The gift you give yourself will be as great, if not greater, than the gift you give to others. So be kind, be generous. Laughter yoga. Now, when I first saw laughter yoga, I figured that's what they call it when I try to do yoga because I look so ridiculous. But what exactly is laughter yoga?
Laughter yoga is a group activity which was created by Dr. Logan Crawford and his wife Madhuri way back in 1995. Dr. Kataria, a genuine doctor living in Mumbai in India, had been researching the benefits of laughter and decided to set up a laughter club. So he went down to the park one morning and invited people to come and join him for laughter. And there were only 5 people on the first morning, including his wife. And they stood around and they told jokes and funny stories, and that worked really well, and they had a good laugh. But by day 10, the women said, oh, we're not coming anymore. The jokes are getting very nasty. And so he said, leave me with it. I'll see what I can do. So he practiced yoga, and his wife was a yoga teacher. And he looked at yoga and he looked at laughter to see if there are any similarities. And as you would know, in yoga, you do deep breathing exercises, and that brings more oxygen into the body. And laughter has the same effect. So this is how it got to be called laughter yoga. And it's a little bit misleading sometimes, but you don't have to wear a leotard or bring a mat. Okay.
Well, that's good because I'm 6'6", very skinny, and I look ridiculous in a leotard. So it would be laughter yoga if I wore that, trust me. So your yoga is much, much better. No, one of the things I love that you have out there, Janni, is your laughter prescription. And I think this is terrific. I think everybody should follow this advice. Tell us a little bit about your laughter prescription.
Well, people say that laughter is the best medicine, and so it seemed like a good idea to have a prescription so you get it right. So the optimal daily dosage is 20 minutes of laughter. First thing to do is to share your smile, and then to avoid bad news and look for good news. Now, it's very hard to avoid bad news these days. Dr. Patch Adams calls that the pain paradigm. And I think particularly if you've got kids in your life, it's very important that they don't see too much of this bad news, or they'll a very negative view of the world, and look for good news, because there is good news there. Play, laugh, and have fun with the people in your life, especially children. Well, as I said, with Christmas coming up, and of course other faiths have celebrations as well, getting together and sharing food and love and laughter is very healthy for you. So that's one way of getting more laughter. The next one is to access more comedy, TV, movies, DVDs, and so on and so forth through any sort of media. There are comedy channels, there's a huge amount of humour out there, and it's a matter of finding that which suits your particular sense of humour. And you can do a sense of humour test online, and they'll tell you what sort of programs would suit your sense of humour. So that's very convenient. Be an optimist and have a hope in your life. They say that optimists have longer and healthier lives and have happier lives. So that's something to think about. Exercise your sense of humour. Use humour to de-stress. Laugh at yourself. We've established that you're very good at that.
Exactly. I better be. Otherwise, everybody else would be laughing at me and I'd be crying. So I choose laughter since I'm a little silly at times.
So the next thing is to find a laughter club and do laughter yoga. But seek help if laughter is elusive. And if you find that you're finding it hard to laugh, it may be because you're very stressed and you need to sort out the problems that are causing your stress. And finally, give thanks for the benefits of laughter, because they're well and truly documented and researched these days. So that's my laughter prescription.
Well, I think that's a great prescription. I think people almost ought to avoid news altogether. Television news is engineered to prey on your emotions. It's to make you feel like things are scary, things are urgent, things are bad right now. And it keeps you tuned because you feel like the storm is going to be horrible, that there are terrorists down the block. So people get tied up into those negative emotions. So avoid that negativity, focus on your prescription, the positivity, find fun shows to watch and laugh. Maybe pick up a newspaper every now and then to stay on top of current events. But TV news in particular is poison for your brain. That's what I think.
It's very true. It's very true.
Yeah. Sleep is an important part of being healthy and having a good long life. Talk to us a little bit, Janni, about the importance of sleep.
Yes. Regular sleep is very important, because while you're asleep, your brain actually cleanses itself. It has its own lymphatic system. So it cleanses out toxins and other negative things. And it replenishes your whole body, really, sleep, and helps to consolidate memories and so on and so forth. I think insomnia and sleep difficulties are very, very common these days. And there are ways of trying to get yourself to sleep, which is called sleep hygiene. And this involves going to bed and getting up at the same time so that you establish a pattern. Sleeping in a cool, dark, quiet room. Avoiding coffee late in the day, and also alcohol, because although alcohol relaxes you, it reduces the quality of your sleep. Some people like to have a bath or a shower before they go to bed. The other thing is to turn off screens before you go to bed, at least half an hour beforehand, and keep screens out of the bedroom. Only sleep and romance in the bedroom. Okay, so
That's great advice.
So you can use breathing techniques to calm your mind, such as slow, deep breaths or square breathing, and so on and so forth. There's several techniques you can use. But the thing is, you have to create the environment for sleep to arrive. You can't force yourself to sleep. You have to allow it to arrive by creating the right environment, internally and externally.
Exactly. Don't get anxious about falling to sleep because that's going to defeat the purpose. Definitely turn off these screens because they are blue screens and they are problematic. They keep you awake. Keeping your room cool and dark is important. All of the little LEDs nowadays, try to turn those off so you have darkness. All great advice. And like you said, have sleep hygiene. No, it doesn't mean being clean. It means having a pattern of sleep, going to bed at a certain time, waking up at a certain time, and your body will thank you. One thing you address also in your book, Janni, that I think is important is movement. We used to talk a lot about exercise, but now they find that just moving frequently throughout the day is vital to healthy aging, right?
Yes, that's very true. Sitting for long periods of time is very bad for you because it diminishes circulation and so on. You need to get up and down regularly. I mean, even in the workplace, sitting or standing for long periods of time is bad for you. So you need to alternate between sitting and standing and not stand for too long either. So it's a sort of a balance. But finding movement activities that you enjoy is really important. Going for a walk in nature is really good. There's an awful lot of emphasis these days on the value of being in nature and the positive benefits. This started out in Japan years ago, or they call it forest bathing, Shinrin Yoku, and it's part of the Japanese health policy that people should go out into the great outdoors and enjoy nature.
Out there, whether it's raining, whether it's snowing, whether it's cold. I mean, if you're physically able to, do it. Your body will thank you, your mind will thank you. Some of the best hikes I've ever had, most memorable, were in the rain. Some of the
Oh,
greatest adventures I've ever had are in the snow. So get out there and do it. Got to be careful of falls. Those
mm.
are a big threat to seniors, and you address that in your book as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, what are some of the things that people can do to prevent falls?
Well, wear good solid footwear,
Hmm.
a good base, and so they're stable. Have their vision and hearing checked, because if their vision is poor or their glasses distort the view, that's a hazard. Getting rid of hazards around the house, which might be loose mats or cords or pets even, can be a hazard. What else?
All those
Oh,
things can trip you up, that's for sure. Your dog can get in the way and make you trip. It happens to me. Anything that bad happens in life, it can happen to me. So I trip. I have bad eyesight, so it's easy to like, how deep is that stair when you're stepping down? So all of this is great advice. Footwear is essential. Get your eyes checked and also work on your balance. I think that's
oh,
important. If you can stand on one foot for a little while or the other foot for a little while, that's all going to make you have a longer, healthier, stronger life and less likely to fall, right?
yeah, and also the other thing is glasses can distort the view. Bifocals.
Yeah,
It alters your depth perception, and so that's something else as well. And
exactly.
medication that can make you lightheaded and things like that. And
Yeah.
some people, they feel lightheaded when they stand up anyway, so they have to be careful of that.
Yeah, exactly. Once you get older, so many people are on high blood pressure medicine, and you get that positional low blood pressure from going from sitting to standing. And when you get up, you're like, whoa. So you got to be careful of that for sure. Now, your work is great. Your book is wonderful. It is highly recommended. You've got a website that's terrific as well. And just looking at it will make you feel happy. Tell us about your website and how and what the domain is. What is it, JanniGross.com?
JanniGoss.com.
Okay, great, great, wonderful, wonderful. And it's a wonderful book, and it is highly recommended. And I suggest people go to that website. It's going to be underneath this interview in the notes, and you can order the book and you can learn about Janni's wonderful work. Janni, thank you so much for joining me here today on Spotlight.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I just wanted to say it's available as an ebook on Amazon.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yep, can't wait to get it. For the folks at home, this is a great Christmas gift. If you want to make a New Year's resolution, that's perfect as well. But all year round, Love, Laughter, and Longevity. The Art and Science of Wellbeing is a terrific book. It's written by Janni Goss. She is a well-being educator, a laughter yoga advocate, and in this book, she shares practical tips to outsmart stress and embrace a healthier, longer life. Get it, you'll love it, and your body will thank you. Thanks again, Janni, for joining me here today on Spotlight.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you so much.
Pleasure's been all mine. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.
Shema, I hope you have a lovely Christmas.
Merry Christmas. You're all decked out for Christmas. You look wonderful. 'Tis the season to be happy, jolly, and that's the heart of your book.